In this video, you'll see me transforming my 15-year-old BMW X5 into a modern, newer day BMW looking like this right here. Getting rid of this ugly interior, changing out to Apple CarPlay screen and a newer X5M steering wheel, putting on some rear towing bags, 21-inch Alpina wheels, wheel studs, and even more you'll see installed in this video. Did just hit a milestone on the X5 diesel, already 130,000 miles. And as you know, we're getting ready to go to Beamer Invasion, so we're gonna definitely go ahead and do the next oil change now. Thank God it came with a downpipe, because that is a job. Helping Swift do his and other cars, that is a whole day job for the huge downpipe on the screen right here. And I believe the car came with a tune because it's driving well. But like I said, only complaints with the car I was gonna say is my key fob battery already went out with it. Can't use the comfort access. We're about to replace that, do an oil change. In the last video, we did already do some mods on the X5. The tow hitch in the back with the harness, LCI lights for the back, and the smoke lights on the bottom. Other Panda badges that will be getting put on the car, homemade Panda badges. Just got the oil change done now, blacking out the emblems to make the homemade Panda badges, just like I said. X5M steering wheel is in here. Stitched up the leather wheel wrap to cover up the bad leather on the wheels. Well, it wasn't even that bad. Covered it up though. Was a pain in the ass. So honestly, been spending 3 hours, like 2.5 hours, stitching all this up. In the corners, I got it tucked in. It's honestly not too bad. Me just being pitch perfect. Blue push to start in to match the blue. Some rubber floor mats for the entire car, like some WeatherTech style. We're about to put in the white LEDs on the blinkers, get rid of all the orange on the car. No more orange reflectors even. Smoke reflectors, sequentials, smoke back reflectors. Get these on. It doesn't look like much, but when the car is on, it's gonna make it look 10 times better going down the road, having no more orange. Crazy, this is actually the same white reverse LED bulbs you put in the back tail lights you can put in your front lights. Very cheap as well, got these for $20. You saw in the last video where we did hook up on the X5 the tow harness. I did link in the description the one I got, but I recently just took it down. Hey, don't be cheap like me and try to get that kit, which is funny though. U-Haul ended up having it for cheaper. They'll get the kit locally from U-Haul. A lot more easier to install, not a pain with that cheap kit I got from Canada. Even though it costs $20 more, the relay on the other kit, this relay right here, power goes into it from all the wires, brake, turn signal, running lights, works. Coming out of it, there's no power in any of the wires to send to where the trailer plugs in. Messed with it for a long time. We cannot get this piece of shit to work. Got the one from U-Haul. I'm about to hook up now real quick. Doing it again, trying to be a cheap son of a bitch. Old piece of shit harness from eBay, took off. U-Haul one installed now. Installed now, everything wired up, grounded off. Got our fuse right there, running all the way over here, right blinker. Time lapse of taking all these parts off. Come back to when we're putting the flappers in.
trash, old flappers. Here are the deletes.
Someone I know with the X5 as well has recommended me this for doing like long distance tows, so it does make the riding a lot better. It's a cheap kit. You can find this on Amazon, the Airlift kit. Before we started on the tow suspension, we went ahead and just put some new brake pads on the back while we had it off. Trying to squeeze these in without dropping any of the control arms to squeeze that in for the Airlift, but it is hard as hell. I'm about to show y'all after I get the rest of these pads done for the back. We didn't take off the springs to put the Airlift in. We was able to compress them up, zip tie them, and wedge them into the springs to put them into the car. But I should have put the vacuum lines to where air up the bags. Should have already put the vacuum lines in at first, because that was a pain in the ass to do on the other side, having to pull it back down to wedge it in there. We just got them in now, connected them to a T in the trunk through the side panel, so I don't have to take everything out to lift up the tray. Well, like 5 minutes later, the radio, CD player removed, all the power supply and cables unplugged now. Now we're about to get to rigging up all the cables for this kit. If anyone has questions on how to install it, just type it in online. There's already 100 videos online on how to install it on the X5 E70. Osmo just died. Clips on the camera, we just pulled out the screen real quick. About to get the rest of the pieces out. It has Bluetooth, but has Bluetooth phone calls, but no radio. It'll finally have Bluetooth radio with the Apple CarPlay, and it is a little upgraded size screen. What do y'all think? Does this look better than the OEM with the steering wheel? Didn't record much. I put in the Apple CarPlay screen in the X5. Of course, today I want to show all the mods. Nasty and raining. I didn't get the biggest option available for the Apple CarPlay radio screen. I believe this is just the 10.25, and you can get a 12 and even a 14 that stretches way over here. I think 12 is like here, 14 and comes all the way to the cluster. Same thing stretches on that side, but we just got the 10.25. Almost looks OEM. Looks really good with the X5 M wheel in the car. You see, this can go back to OEM functioning, just to show everyone. Can work just like normal on the radio. But as well, if you want to go back, touch on the screen, can load up Apple CarPlay, just Bluetooth, whatever you'd like to do. The settings on the car, I believe it is the system settings, and it is on display, not display. To come over to about and go to factory setting, then put in the passcode. I think it's 888 on everyone's. That's what's confusing. This is the step how to get the format to look right. So if you want to go back to the OEM style radio to look at your oil level, etc., you can have it even correctly on this new dimension radio, and as well when you come back the dimensions are correct on the radio for the CarPlay, Bluetooth, all the other options as well. As soon as you click on the settings and put in the password, like I said, I'm over here looking like an idiot. It's right here at the top, the first one, car type. Now I'm not sure for everyone else's, but if you do get the screen that I've gotten, or as well a 10.25 inch screen, put your dimensions as 1280 times 480. It is number one for me. I don't know if it is for you since I've already selected it as one. Make sure you select it though, select it, and click off, and it will make your screen go back to, like I said, OEM functioning, where you can come back to stock functions, aux, radio, telephone, even the stock navigation is there. You want to check your vehicle info, you want to check your oil level, tire pressure, everything good to go. One thing I did not like about my kit is it did not have a mounting bracket for it. The literal only thing that holds up this radio is when you put in the trim below, clips in under this radio and holds it in. As you see, it does have like a little wobble, but when you're driving, you don't hear nothing. You don't even see nothing. I mean, it still is pretty tight, not going nowhere for how it pops in. Into the upgraded Apple CarPlay radio, you'll have to put in this cord right here into the back so it will get audio. It can receive the audio and output it into your car. When you're wanting to connect to the Apple CarPlay radio, I noticed there is a Bluetooth connection and Wi-Fi. So make sure when you do connect to the Bluetooth connection, you also need to connect to a Wi-Fi connection with a similar name as the one on the screen right there. You see, I just connected to the Bluetooth and it automatically popped up the CarPlay. And I've already had my Wi-Fi on and found the network and have it previously connected, so it connected real quick like that. But this is the weird name mine looks like right there. Since I already had them on and previously connected, as soon as I connected the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi connected as well, and we are into the Apple CarPlay. You can see phone is about to even die, showing on there, 2 o'clock. I can go through all my phone calls, text messages, pull up Apple Maps, don't have to use the navigation on the BMW radio anymore. Fully functioning like a brand new BMW, as you saw in the beginning of the video we were showing we were going for. Really am surprised at how good it came out. I'm gonna love this during the trip we're about to take to BMW Invasion, almost a 10-hour drive. X5 M wheel, hitting one of the best mods I think I could have done to the interior on this car as well with the Apple CarPlay is the steering wheel. Getting rid of this ugly steering wheel right here and going to this M Sport right here. Maybe in the future we'll get an upgraded cluster. Yeah, the blue stitching I think was a good choice, especially we're going with some blue accents in the car now. Man, how you think the X5 is coming along? Not much left we have to do on this car, like I said, once the wheels and the side skirts are on. Low and cold. Did not show much install on the Airlift suspension, but I did compress the bags really tight, stuck them through the spring so I didn't have to drop the entire spring. The main grommet on the very back stacked on top, drilled a hole through the middle of the grommet and was able to stick the vacuum line on each side, connected them together on a T, and then routed them through this compartment over here. So I don't have to take all my stuff out of the trunk compartment and lift this panel up. I just routed it to a T to the side over here. Should make towing the 335 in the X5 a lot better. The 15 PSI good. Had to put these little clamps on the vacuum line on each one. Make sure you put the clamps on there or it won't hold the air. That light little ring that was there on the wheel is completely gone now, and I grinded it just a tiny bit off, and I will be coming back and spray painting these temporarily. See, I already got the hubs matte black. See, we finally got the wheels on the X5, the Alpina wheels. Taking my time for this video, waiting for some bits, aluminum bits to come in to grind the aluminum wheels. Comment how you think the Alpinas look on the X5, maybe one of the first X5s with Alpinas on them. I believe they did come from a F10 model. M5. Yellow DRLs, white LED, so much we've done in this video with a span of about a month of putting all these mods on the car. We also just went to Beamer Invasion using the X5 to tow, and it averaged about 20 miles a gallon. Without the trailer and car, like I said, it already gets like 27 miles. The best daily I've ever had for gas. Crazy for how big it is too to get this gas mileage. You cannot beat a diesel. But did just put the wheels on here and wanted to show everyone and wrap this video up. I appreciate everyone that stayed to the end of this video watching it. Comment how you think the Alpinas look on the X5. I think it looks a lot better now. It doesn't look like a mom car with the black wheels. Tow bags definitely did make a change while towing. I will have that in the link in the description, anyone wondering. Even though we are almost done modding out this X5 with everything I've done to it in this video, we still have more coming for it. XHP is definitely one of those things, and as well a front mount intake for the X5. So make sure y'all stay tuned into the channel and see what we have coming next.
Shift your spread up.